saying, and when Howlin' Wolf came, he was like, you know, I'm prepared to give you in advance, and this, he like, no. He was like, I want my money on the back end.
Right.
Straight up. You can keep that. You know what I mean? I know what that mean. That's not free. That ain't free money. You know what I'm saying? That's my money you giving me and acting like it's free. But really, I got to pay that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Because if you give me $10,000 right now and the record sale, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, hold on, bro, you think he ain't going to bring up that 10 G's he gave me?
Right.
Well, we gave you 10. Oh, you didn't say you was counting that, though.
You got to do 20 to break even.
Right. Man, it's a rough, man, it's the dope game, man. It's the streets. It's really rougher than the streets, being in the industry. And then you dealing with gangsters, with guess who their protection is? The police. Because they doing everything legally. You just don't like it. You know what I mean? But they doing everything legally. They got their bodyguards and the police to deal with your ass.
Right.
And you got some motherfucker in a suit probably ain't spent one day in the streets. Just punk the shit out of you.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? For millions. We
Typed
watching
it up.
punk motherfuckers for millions,
Hit the
man.
enter button and bullied the shit out you.
Right. We watch a motherfucker who grew up going to the country club with his parents. Hold your ass for $10 million.
You just breached Article 7, buddy.
Tell me that's not gangster. I keep saying gangsters wear suits. Remember that. Gangsters wear suits. Crumb bums do crime in jeans and shit. Gangsters wear suits and do shit worth millions. Change your life. The politicians, the executive, they making decisions that's changing your life. Your life. You know what I mean? You way over there. Come on, man. They the real gangsters, man.
Right.
Them record execs, woo, I don't know how you deal with it. It's just like with Suge and Snoop and so forth. It's like, bro, it will be seriously hard for me to sit across the desk from you, but you owing me millions and you won't give them to me.
Right.
That got to be hard. That's why, and do you know, that's why a lot of times they won't see them people. They always get thrown off because they like, this man might fucking kill me. I owe this, you know what I'm saying, millions. That'd be my thought. I owe you millions, bro. I don't want you within this fucking close to me. Because ain't no telling what you would do.
Right.
Tell dude to go on, I ain't here or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I owe that man $20 million. Don't let him nowhere near me.
Right.
Straight up. Nowhere near me. He could stab me. He could do anything. Yeah. I don't want it to happen. And right. And Dame got on him. Did Dame get his money back? He sued him. He won, didn't he?
He got some of it. The dude got to make payments, but he set it up where it just goes straight to the broad. And he baby mama or whatever. His baby mama and her husband was doing some bullshit. Her lawyer was doing some bullshit.
He's told us a whole story, the mic all the way over there.
Right.
Y'all just tuned it in. You want to tell them what happened?
Hey, because I'm telling you, this that record business, that's why we go get L and his experience with it and shit, man, but like I say, you can't trust nobody. You see everybody. All you are is a dollar sign.
Hey, I had checked that Snoop Dogg Eminem thing out, man. Speaking of Snoop Dogg, you was smart for y'all conversation, wanted me to look into it.
Right.
Man, Snoop started that shit, dog. Eminem was like, man, I was with you like a week ago, man. Why you got... Everything he started out in the interview was cool until the end. He was like, Eminem ain't in my top 10. You know what I mean? He was like, we talk about hip-hop, Eminem, I could live without. You know what I mean?
Now,
and then he just started shitting on him after that.
Now listen, now how's that starting something?
No, the beginning was cool.
Right, but if you ask me...
After that, the comments.
But if I'm giving my opinion, and that's my opinion, and excuse me, that's what we deal with now. Just a little bit of it. Because you my friend. Because we always talk about what? Rappers' friends not telling them they whack and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, just because you my friend, I got to think you a cold rapper?
So check it out.
No, it wasn't even about it. It went past that. It got disrespectful.
This is what I think. I think Stu wanted to get on a track with M, and M's album was already done. Like, nah, fam, I'm good. And Snoop took it a certain way. This is just my opinion. And then it went south from there. You know what I mean? Like, well, we should do a collab together. Because you've never seen M and Snoop do a collab together.
No,
ever.
one.
Which one?
He did the what you call it? So the one Dr. Dre, Nate Dogg. He did a remix to it and put it on the Eminem album. And they performed that shit because he said he used to be like backstage when they performed it, and he was like, "Man, I gotta get on that. I got something for it." And they remixed the whole song. That
what was it? Forgot About Dre?
No, It was.
I don't remember Snoop and M being on the track together.
Yeah, they got one song together. You know, it's a Snoop Dogg song remade by Eminem featuring Snoop Dogg, and it's on Eminem album. It's
But I've never seen those two dudes ever on a track together, period. Meaning, any track that was going to do something other than a remix, like an official first track, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This was an album cut.
Right, something that was a remix, you said.
So what I'm saying is...
He got more songs with 50 Cent than he got with Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But M with Snoop on a track, I've never seen it. So I, in my mind, I would think that Snoop would have been like, let's get on the track.
Right. Now, what did Snoop say that you feel was disrespectful? We didn't finish. You didn't finish.
Oh, because I had watched the interview where it was like back and forth what they were saying, you know what I'm saying? And like Eminem was like, I agree with him. Like, I can't fuck with KRS-One. I can't fuck with LL Cool J. These people that I grew up in, I never put myself in that list, and I'm not offended by you not putting me in that list either. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when he was talking about, you know what I mean, he corny and this and that, like he just got overboard. It was an interview with him and Charlamagne the Guy, and he was just like, he was actually talking shit about him at the end. You know what I mean? He was like, "Dawg, I was just with you a week ago." You know what I mean?
I understand that. Like, if we cool, I could not like your music or think one way.
Like,
but you're right. But to be sitting up in an interview, like, fam, corny,
right?
And this, that, like. Okay, bro. I can see that. I get that, M. Like, you went a little too far. I understand you saying I ain't in your top 10. This, that, you gave your opinion.
Man, fuck Gio. Fuck Gio.
He is corny.
You watching Gio, fuck you, man.
He didn't say nothing that wasn't true. But I can see...
You gotta see the interview.
At
the end, he get disrespectful.
Bring it up. You gotta bring it up for us, y'all.
Okay, wait. So let me
see if it's on YouTube. So we can see it.
For somebody to be $150 million net worth lower than M, he should kind of humble himself.
But at the same time, Eminem even said, like, I looked up to dude. He's been in the game like 20 years longer than me. I look up to dude.
Like, I'm looking at their net worth right now. Amber 230 million and Snoop's at 150.
Now listen, in Snoop's defense, he got fucked out of a lot of money because Doggy Style, if he would have got to keep the money from Doggy Style,
he would have got a little bit more money.
He would be up there. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been up there.
I mean, I love them both. You know what I mean? I love both them artists.
Snoop got fucked. He got he had a deal.
I'm like, humble yourself, fam.
Remember, Doggy Style was one of the most. They said they had 5 million motherfucking albums sold before it even came out.
Yeah.
And they kept pushing the date back. And they kept driving it. Then they put it out. That if he would have got to keep that money, he'd have been any money. Murder was the case.
Yeah, of course.
From all the Chronic.
Remember,
if he'd have got to keep that money, he'd be up there.
Bro,
him came out with a good deal.
Bro, the dude that just won the lottery, he's got more money than both these dudes.
Damn. Now listen, that's another thing I want to point out.
780 million.
Damn, I can't say anything.
How everybody, almost all these rappers, signed a deal that basically fucked them. Especially the first deal, except him. He came out with all the cards in play. You ain't never heard him say, man, Dr. Dre never paid me, and this, you ain't never heard none of that shit.
Right, he got his money.
He got his money out the gate, dog. Ain't that something? But everybody else got fucked around. Even Drake. got fucked around. That man left death row with nothing.
Yeah, that's what he said. You keep the masters, you keep the money. Watch this.
Because you know he had the challenge.
Oh, you sent me the...
Yeah, I ain't got no way to send it to you on Facebook.
You need to make a new Facebook.
I know.
Email him.
R.I.P. Roger.
You got to send it to the email.
Just make it one, a normal one.
We probably ain't got time. It's 55.
Yeah.
Down, you keep making phantom pages.
Man, I made a normal one.
Use your name,
I
man.
did plenty times. That's 6 out of 10 of the profiles they done took from me.
It burnt up.
Man, I've been banned before.
Am I saying it right?
They banned my IP address on one of my phones. Won't even let me make a new one.
Right. Thirst is real. That's right. You got to think, man, that, you know, the industry has always been a motherfucker. Always. The industry's always out for themselves and not for the artists that they have on their label.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
They're using you as a piggy bank.
Right.
That's all it is.
You get
coming
thousands to their
do what you gotta go do.
100,000s.
Go dance. Go sing. Go do what you gotta go do. Go make this money, and let me reap the benefits of it. Let
Right.
me reap the benefits of it.
Right.
So you're gonna get your nickel on the dollar while we get the 95 cents. And that, you know what I mean? Artists right now in with this 360 deal, you could literally, they could sell your album, and out of the $11.25 target gift for the album, you get a quarter and they get $11.
Right.
You know what I mean? So think about that for a second.
Your ass got to sell 90 million records.
Right. To make any kind of money.
Right. Straight
And
up.
that's just the way it is. This is why when digital distribution came along, the labels started to lose because the independents started to grow.
Right.
Meaning, iTunes would only take 10 cents on the dollar, and the rest of it went in your pocket.
Right.
So now you're independent and you're making 90 cents, and Beyonce is making 25 cents to 35 cents per album. Who's making more money?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to make more money, but she got a hellified promo team because she's, you know what I mean? She's with the label, and the label's going to push it. So she'll make more money in the long run.
We got a call.
No, that's my daughter.
Right before the everything really switched to digital, man. Was it Koch Records? People was getting unbelievable deals, but they had to promote their sales, man.
Right.
Sheik Luch was giving $7 an album. That's ridiculous, but he didn't go platinum. But him going gold at $7 an album, he get more money than somebody going plenty times platinum. $7.
Because all they was a distribution.
Yeah, it was distribution.
That's
right.
E1.
So they would take.
Yeah,
they took 30%.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Because
They took 30%.
when you sign a record deal, they say, "Oh, we're promoting you, we're branding you, we're doing all this."
They wouldn't do nothing
Koch
but
wasn't doing none of that shit. Jim Jones, when he dropped "Ballin'" on Koch, imagine having a top 5 record and you pretty much independent. Somebody only getting they quarter off
Right.
of all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So-
Yeah, that's a good thing when you just being, because see, that's different from a label deal.
Go to
you know what
Def
I'm
Jam,
saying?
you for the
Where did they go?
Rock Nation, Rockefeller had
They
a
probably still
label
doing
deal
shit.
with Def Jam. Remember when they was on tour and they had on them Def Jam jackets?
He
And
like,
they
take
was
that
mad.
shit off.
Like y'all ain't Def Jam, take that shit off.
Right.
This ain't they shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they was with a major. Like y'all only are fucking. You know what I'm saying? They talking to him in kind of way. You know, Lear Cohen. They called Chuck D called him Liar Cohen. They called him Liar Cohen and Hustle Simmons.
That was exposing it, their hands snapping on them every time. Yeah.
Man, them cats-
With the camera in the room, he documented it all.
But Liar Cohen, man, they I noticed they got a little bit of fear for dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's an Israeli Jew. They got a little bit of
He mobbed up.
they got a little
in
bit
that
of fear
Israeli
for dude.
mob.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
So he mobbed up in that Israeli mob.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They Jews. He's an Israeli Jew. So
it's
he's got the accent and everything.
Get
Went
ready
to
to
the
go
ghetto.
over there,
Yeah,
CDMX. All right,
10:59,
y'all come
y'all.
on over, man. 1025mke.com radio you can watch. Or if you're tuned in, stay tuned in, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that rocked with us this morning. Make sure y'all share this, like it, and share it. Tell a friend where some of the best talk and we bring up topics and go deep is right here, Burnham and OG.